So file this under rumor for right now, but this is very interesting given all the news and all the talk that's kind of surrounding Xbox at the moment. We know we won't hear anything for sure until, let's say, around Thursday when Microsoft releases their podcast. It's supposedly going to enlighten everybody, although, as I've forewarned and kind of mentioned it to numerous people, I would not expect a ton of things outside of them saying, possibly case-by-case basis. And the reason why I say that is they've already said, if this pans out, we know Call of Duty, Overwatch, all the Activision stuff, we know that's multiplat. Sea of Thieves, that's Xbox Game Studios, right? So you know that's not off limits. Hi-Fi Rush, that's Bethesda, so you know that's not off limits. Like Pentiment, that's Obsidian. So again, we don't really know exactly what's going to stay exclusive, but the main thing and problem that I have with this, and this isn't really necessarily what this video is about, but is, can you imagine how we as Xbox fans get excited for these showcases and the big events and the E3/not E3s, all this kind of stuff, right? We all get excited for this stuff. Can you imagine the level of non-excitement for the future showcases? And I mean, the reason being is those go from being Xbox showcases to just a gaming showcase, right? Where, you're gonna, and people will never believe that anything is going to be exclusive ever again, right? No matter what. If you're talking like case by case basis, or you're putting stuff on PlayStation, people 100% will not believe that anything is going to remain exclusive, and they're not going to buy consoles. Now, they're also changing up the console space from what they normally do, according to this rumor. The next-gen Xbox console may not be designed by the team behind Xbox Series X. Now, if you remember right, this was a rumor that leaked out before the show, the developer direct that Microsoft had earlier this year, where someone leaked out all the Indiana Jones stuff, that Microsoft was basically going third-party, and that they would be doing Xbox consoles in the future, but possibly these are third-party, developed by third parties. So part of that could be true in that maybe they just misunderstood that it's going to be the actual Surface team. So it looks like the project has been reassigned to the Surface division. The purported move implies that Xbox's next console could be released much later than the PS6, depending on how close to the drawing board the project returned as a result of the design team switch. Microsoft's current-gen console hasn't been doing too well relative to the PS5, and the worst may yet be to come, as Redmond-based tech giant expects Xbox hardware's sales to keep declining over the course of 2024. And how do you fix that? By announcing that you're going to put your exclusives on competing platforms. Because reasons? I don't know. While the company stopped reporting concrete sales figures in 2015, it broke its radio silence on that front in mid-2023 when it revealed that the Xbox Series X and S sold a combined of 21 million units, roughly half of what the PlayStation 5 had achieved. I don't recall them actually doing that, though, so maybe this article is slightly wrong with that. Anyway, it would appear that the company opted to shake up its console department as a result of those challenges, as implied by recent claim from industry insiders. During the February podcast, they said that they heard Microsoft had reassigned the task of designing the next-gen Xbox console to the Surface team. The project was previously led by Jason Ronald, Microsoft's VP of Gaming Devices and Ecosystem. Over the course of his 17-year stint at the company that's still going on, Ronald also helmed the development of the Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One X. Even if the Series X was selling much better than it currently is, the notion of Microsoft assigning a successor to the Surface team would not be completely out of left field, as its recent rumors suggested on Xbox handheld consoles in the work. If it has any truth to these rumors, then we kind of know why. Maybe they're going after maybe a fresher audience or something like that. I think Jason Ronald had done a good job personally with the Series X and S and the One X, all great consoles, but again, I think it really kind of comes down to the software anyway. So, all high-performance portable devices are precisely what the Surface division specializes in. Whether such a radical paradigm shift would even be in the cards if the current generation console was doing well is a different model. Is a different matter altogether. Recent Xbox handheld rumors have been a little bit contradictory. According to this, they also saw reflect on handheld rumors, where the latest, which was started by a podcast, specifically the host had said He couldn't vouch for the veracity of the original report, but claimed that it was fed familiar information from a source who assured him that he was not the one behind it. But while the people first implied that this handheld would be cheaper and less powerful than the next-gen Xbox, essentially serving as a Series S successor, and they claimed it would have one of them claimed it would have identical specs, just more expensive. Given the recent influx of Microsoft leaks, there's always a chance that the company is currently trying to run a tighter ship, feeding various departments slightly different information, and seeing whose version of the story emerges online. A broken telephone effect would be another, less a conspiratorial explanation for the contradictory Xbox handheld rumors, assuming all of them come from an incredible source and have been accurately reported. Looking at the slightly bigger picture, this development at least aligns with recent report that Microsoft has assured its employees it would keep making hardware. So again, if you are making hardware, you need exclusives for that. Like, I don't know how to really otherwise state the obvious. Like, you need some kind of gaming exclusives. You need stuff that people can't get anywhere else, and people are going to definitely think that they can get these exclusives on PlayStation. Why would you buy a next gen Xbox if you thought you could play at least some or all of Xbox exclusives on a future PlayStation? Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. I don't understand what they're thinking. I know they're going to try and come to some kind of reasonable explanation, and I don't think we're going to hear the end of it. I think we're going to hear things like, we're going to do case by case or what have you. I think that's what we're probably going to end up seeing before too long. But I personally look at this and I say, I have no idea what this company is thinking. Like, no other company has really shot themselves in the foot the way that Microsoft has. And it is one of the most frustrating things that I've ever experienced, because Microsoft has had good products, and I really think a lot of people would probably give Xbox a chance if they just went and had exclusive games that you couldn't get anywhere else. And they need to do this not just for a year or half a year, right? They need to do this multiple years. This thing needs to happen multiple years. This thing needs to happen over a period of time where people can be excited for things again. Now with this, who's ever going to be excited or over Xbox ever again, right? I'm a hardcore Xbox fan, but it'd be hard to be excited over any of this stuff, right? Like, you normally would see Xbox podcasts, look at all these big exclusive games they announce. Now there's none of that, right? Like, how do you know what's going to be exclusive? Like, I guess we'll wait. And some people will say that, I'm sure, right? And some people go, well, Pentiment's not a big loss. Hi-Fi Rush isn't a big loss. Sea of Thieves is old. It's not a big loss. But it's like, do you not see where it's headed, right? Like, it's not good news, folks. It's not. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys all think. I would appreciate that. I'm Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.